he and I are on the sideline, and we talk and make our adjustments. So yeah, we'll be good with that. That's I knew that was the way we wanted to go, and I mean, I don't see that changing.
Your offensive linemen describe you as a perfectionist, who harps on every little detail with them. How do you maintain that while also having, extra responsibilities?
I just do that with everybody now. No, I mean, that's how you get good. I mean, if you grade it out at 75%, then we want to grade out at 80. If you grade out at 80, then we're trying to get to 85. If you grade out at 85, we're trying to get to 90. Now, is it realistic to be perfect in football? You can't be perfect, but we have a bar that's set high. We have high expectations. We expect guys to be focused, locked in, know their job, and do it really well. And so my thing now is to make sure that mentality that we had with our offensive line permeates to all the positions, which we've always had that. It's just I got to continue to carry that banner. And so when I see things that I don't like a receiver doing or a running back or a quarterback doing, now I can step in and say, hey, I'd like to see this a little better. We need to do this a little bit this way, and so forth. So, I mean, just another voice and another set of eyes. Where Tom did that last year, I've got to pick up the slack on some of that this year.
What did you take away from your previous stint as offensive coordinator at Army, Kansas?
I love it. It's exciting. It's why I coach football. I mean, it's the reason that I've dedicated my whole life to this is because I love the entire picture, the entire thing. I love run game, passing game, perimeter, just all positions. I'm really into all of them. I played a lot of different positions when I was in college and high school. I coached a lot of different positions, so I'm just into the big picture of football and how it all comes together.
How can you put your imprint on this offense, seeing that there's so many other coaches that are helping out? How do you put your imprint and your philosophy into this offense now?
Well, you have to be careful with that. It's not my offense. It's Coach Meyer and Ohio State's offense. My job is to make sure that we continue to operate at a high level and then to enhance the offense as we move forward. So I'm not going to try to do anything other than continue to carry the banner of execution. I mean, we're based on toughness, execution, fundamentals. We want to continue to do that. We want to continue to find out who our playmakers are, and all within the confines of Coach Meyer, and he sets the tone for that. So he's in a lot of offensive meetings. So I'm not going to steer this thing in a different direction. I'm going to steer it down the path that he wants, which has been a real successful path. And my thing is just, I guess, my deal is always like perfection and toughness. So will be the two things that I've always harped on, and we'll continue to do that.
Where did this offense go that it hadn't gone yet, Ed, meaning from an attack standpoint?
Well, we just have to evaluate. I mean, that's what spring ball is for. And, the thing about spring ball is you're starting over. This season, nothing we did last season will win us any games this year. What we do this year and how we prepare and how we develop our players will determine how successful we are. So, where can it go? With the amount of talent we have back and the amount of playmakers we have, if we execute well, if we're physically tough and we take care of the football, we can do good things on offense. We expect to be a good offensive team, and the pieces are there. We just have to start from scratch and rebuild and put it back together again, and that's what spring's for.
Do you like, number one, what are the requirements to become a slob, and do you like what you see in the potential new slobs?
Well, yeah, I like Jamarco Jones and his progress. He's making great progress. I like Marcellus and the progress that he's making. Evan Lyles going to get his chance this spring to run with the ones. He got hurt last year in Navy prep the week of the Navy game and didn't practice at all season. And then in the final couple weeks, he got out there a little bit and ran around, but never really practiced full go. So he's missed a year. So we really need those three guys to develop. I mean, some of the other guys are out for spring, Brady Taylor's had off-season shoulder surgery, so he's not practicing, and he'll be ready for the summer, but his time will come later. But those are the guys that need to develop, and then Demetrius Knox is not practicing, so, we would have loved to have those. Jacoby, he's a vet, but I mean, he's not practicing, but we miss his leadership and his toughness and just helping organize and run things. He's like the quarterback of the O-line, so we miss that a little bit.
Is it easy? Is it okay to assume that Chase is sort of like the guy at right tackle to begin with, at least? I mean, you know what I mean?
Yeah, the all-season, very talented. Came on, you know, he was a D lineman, you know, and then he got hurt and he came off surgery. So a year ago at this time he didn't practice.
Yeah.
So we got him in the summer, and you know, it took a while for him to get his rhythm, which is, you know, what Evan Lyle's going through, and he hit stride where we thought he was really playing good by the middle towards the end of the season. But you got a starting lineup, we're on a roll. Daryl Baldwin's playing his butt off. I mean, you know, so we spot played him a little bit here and there, but just didn't really shake up the rotation. But I mean, he was ready to be a starter towards the end of last year, and if he keeps doing what he's doing, he'll be able to, you know, take that position over. But Jamarco Jones is not by any means just going to let him have it. So, Coach, I mean, just a difference in age and where they're at, fifth-year guy versus second-year guy.
Yesterday's situation with Braxton, do you expect that to be any kind of an issue, or is it much ado kind of about nothing?
I'm not really involved in that. I kind of caught it a little bit, so I don't really have any comment on that.
So do you like the chemistry, the slobs on and off the field?
Yeah, I love the chemistry of those guys. They're great people. I love being around them. They're part of a family that we're all part of. I mean, those guys are great kids, and that's why we have a great room and so forth.
Are you an honorary slob, king of the slobs?